All right, everybody. So one of the questions in the chat, in clan chat, if you are one of the few, the lucky 30 to be a member of the Za Lord's Guard on raid. We currently are packed out on members, but I will be booting inactive members every day. So if you want to be part of the Za Lord's Guard, just use the code DFAE, or I like to pronounce that as DeFay, as in we're all creatures of Fey. If you know the reference to the Za Lord's Guard and my username General Toot, that means you probably read the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. We are no official connection to that whatsoever. I'm just a pathetic fanboy of the books. If you want, oh, hey, look at that. I can't expand anymore because I don't have enough money. So what I'm going to do is notice how I have the 160 out of 160. And I don't have enough coin to enlarge that. So I need to expand my characters. So what I do is I go into the tavern, and this is one of the questions that was asked in our clan chat. You can go into any of these characters, and you'll see up above there are these beer mugs. And these beer mugs are very specific to certain categories of your champions. So I've got 26 beer mugs of this, I don't know, swish thing. I don't know what you would call it. A swirl. Yeah. This yellow lightning bolt, I only got 6. Got 12 of the red skull, and I got 21 of the, what is it, purple or pink triangle, whatever. I don't know. So I'm colorblind. But anyways, so I've got like 21 of the triangle, and I kind of need to up this character next. As you can see, that's my highest ranking character that is not 60. So Whisper is going to get a little bit of an upgrade. So now you will notice that one of the things I want to show you is, number one, it takes a long time to scroll through all these, but I could sit there and watch how much. Notice I'm just right at the very beginning of the 50s. Look at that progress bar. It's barely doing anything into the level 50. But if I go in directly into the triangles and I start selecting those, look how fast it jumps just from one beer mug. Look how much it jumped, right? 18,000 experience points right onto Whisper. Okay. Now, if I go in and I use some of these characters for food, like this guy right here, barely anything. So yes, you can use your characters for food, but you're much better off using your beer mugs if you've got them. So now, as we've already seen, I had characters to spare. So I'm going to make room for more characters by sacrificing these for food. And this is one of the ways that you can actually up your characters. So right there, I sacrificed 6 characters, and I didn't really go up that much. Total under 10,000 experience points. But if and that's enough to just make more room and do the tutorial. But if I go in and do some beer mugs, look at this. Bamity bam bam bam, right there. That's total over 100,000. So that's quite a bit. And so there we go. Now Whisper is 51, level 51. So I have just upped Whisper by just a little bit. So hopefully that helps you figure out how you can up your different characters. Now you can also go in. The other way you can do it is if you go in to whether it's the arena or whatever, I recommend going into the champions. And now I'm in Nightmare right now. I'm trying to do some things in Nightmare that you normally don't want to go into Nightmare unless you've completely maxed out your characters and you're as powerful as you possibly can be. So I'm going to knock this down to brutal, and then I'm going to go into the Catacombs of Narbuk. And actually, let's go into one of my favorites. I kind of like Godfrey's Crossing. But if I go in and I really need this sword, but I need it in Legendary, and I can't figure out how to get one of these swords in Legendary. But what you can do is right here on this page, there I can choose to not use that champion, but instead put in Whisper. So now I'm going to put Whisper into battle with these guys that are all maxed out. So that is a way, and as you saw, she is Whisper is at 51 right now. So as she goes in, as you'll see very quickly at the end of each battle, you will see that her experience points go up simply from battling. And this is a way that you can, number one, grind through battles, whether it's in the dungeon or in the, where I'm going, doesn't matter. You can go through and do your grinding while still increasing the experience points of your individual characters, or champions, as I think they call them in the game. So as you're seeing right now, we are just kind of churning through the battle. But as you see, she just went up a little bit. So that gained her just a few experience points. And if I go in and I do it, and I got some rewards, 10,000 coin. That's a sword I totally don't need, so I'm probably going to sell that later. But we're going to go through, and I'm just going to go through and see how many battles does it take. Remember, she was halfway through the 51 level when I started upgrading her this way. So I'm going to just do it a couple more times just to show that this is actually a pretty efficient way to increase a champion's experience points. So she is almost at 52, and we're going to just kind of keep grinding with her in the battle party, and you will see that she will soon be able to increase to level 52. And I did that. I went from halfway through, but see, yeah, she's just a little bit more. So after just a few battles, I would be able to increase her up to level 52. But you get the idea. So those are the three best ways to do that. Now you can also go in to the dungeon, and it's the exact same thing. Go into the dungeon, and you can go in, and let's go for let's see. Let's go in through stage 9. Let's see if I may regret this, but maybe not. I don't really like the way I've done Robo anyways, so I'm going to take him out. And now, as you can tell, look at this. With Robo, we're 100, but without Robo, we're 102. So actually, I've done some things I'll discuss in another episode, but in another tutorial, that I kind of messed some things up with Robo. Robo is actually a good character, but I just kind of messed some things up with him. But let's see if we can get Whisper up to 72 by just going through a battle in the dungeon. And we're going to just fight the big bad spider. I'm not a big fan of going through and battling the spider, because I really don't like what you get in return for battling the spider. There's not any good artifacts. You don't get beer mugs. You don't get a lot of really good weaponry. The things that you get in return for defeating the different levels of the spider are just kind of, I don't know, they're kind of weak. They don't really benefit you that much, as far as I could tell. I mean, it gets you a little bit of silver coin, which in this game you can never have too much of the silver coin, but it's definitely it's kind of nice if you can, you know, you get a little bit something a little better. And a lot of the other dungeons have much more beneficial prizes at the end. So, but there's a tournament going on right now, and figured what the heck, diving into the dungeon now anyways. Might as well get some points towards that. And the thing that I'm most interested in this tournament, you don't have to rank very high anyways, so whatever. But little Miss Spider is almost defeated, her and all her annoying little children. In the real world, I'm a big fan of spiders because they kill flying insects, and I have a passionate hatred of flying insects. But within the world of Raid, just not a big fan of them. So in our house, when we get a spider, we actually don't squish it. We actually just take it outside. So because they kill and eat the things that we hate more than spiders. I think spiders in the real world are the kind of like people with tattoos and beards and bikes. You know, they may look scary, but they're actually very helpful and very wonderful. For the most part, only good comes from them. So, but that's kind of, you know, just a few more experience points to Whisper in the dungeon. And it doesn't matter what you do, if you bring that champion along, you're going to increase. See, look at that new turn position, 13. But yeah, if you go in there, it looks like I have a little bit of arena tokens. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to refresh this just for the heck of it. That looks kind of tasty, unless there's nothing super easy, which doesn't look like there is. So we're going to go in here, and again, going to take Robo out. Going to put Whisper in, and here we go. Let's see what happens. Now I should win this because it said 61,000 as opposed to my, I think, what was it, 80, 90 or something like that. But sometimes that's deceiving. Sometimes it'll say I'm you know, the higher ranking party, and I'll still somehow lose. So yeah, but hey, look, I got all four. Oh, I had all four, and now it's 3 against 2. So hopefully, maybe I'll win, and then I can get Whisper just a few more experience points closer to. Oh, wait, this champion looks like they're quite brutal, so I may lose this. Oh, there I go. I'm dead. All right. Well, I didn't win that time, but so everybody died. So I don't get to increase anybody's experience points. Let's see if I go into. That's the fun part about the Let's Play stuff is you can watch people get totally annihilated when they think they're going to win. Okay, so 83 versus 78. I should win this, but you never know. So this is also when you're in these when you're in the arena, it's a great time to experiment and find out, hey, which characters do I want to not use as food? Because obviously, if you keep seeing a specific character constantly, you know, whoop your butt, hey, maybe that's a character you wanna save next time. So I do like going into the arena and sometimes even grabbing battles that I know I'm going to lose, simply because it gives me, oh, I'm going to lose again, darn it. But even when you lose, it gives you a chance to look at what characters you don't want to use as food next time. So after you tap to continue, you see that, okay, I got kale, which kale is actually kind of brutal. But Lord Champfort, I'm going to keep him in mind and see how often he beats me. Haven't been defeated by him too often, but he may be a character that I may want to try and get in the future. And of course, he's legendary, and you never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, use legendary for food. So, but I don't know. Just go in there, take a look at that, see what characters you might want to save later. But anyways, that is the tutorial for today. How to upgrade your champions and increase the power of your battling party. Remember, there are you go into the tavern, and in the tavern there's two. You can either sacrifice once you click on them, and then go in and use like that, or you can go in and use the scroll all the way to the bottom and use the beer mugs. The beer mugs are your best bet, more bang for your buck, like that. Or you can go into the different any of the different battles, and that'll help you increase your champions. So see you again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. Same bat streaming channel, same bat streaming time. And like I said, if you want to become a member of the Zawlord's Guard, just put in an application under the code DFAE, DFAE, and when we have an opening, we'll see who we want to accept. Right now, we at this point in time, we are full. We got our 30, but we are always looking for active members who want to work together collectively as a clan. And anyways, post in the comments, see what questions you want me to answer next, and I will do my best. See you tomorrow.